Victor. Linda since grade 1. Used to walk by their house all the time on the way to school. We went there a bunch of times for parties and stuff, and Fran was always like the coolest mom. And I really got to spend some time with her when we went to Mexico together, and I was just blown away by, she was well into her 60s by then. We all went down to Mexico together, and she's in Mexico City, super smog-ridden, congested, hacking her guts out between her and continuous stream of cigarettes. And she was just so game. She was up for everything all the time, just trucking around Mexico City. And I remember being on the subway one time, and the subway station just totally packed. It's like another city down there. And the trains are all just jammed, and the door opened, and there's just this solid wall of people. And I think Linda got in first, and we were both in, and the door started closing on Fran, and we just kind of grabbed her and yanked her in as it slammed shut behind her. And I always thought after that, I always wondered, what would have happened if Fran on the subway from Mexico City? Not knowing the language, not knowing anybody there, but I'm sure she would have just done fine.
My name is Victor, and I'm Jim and Sharon's oldest son. And I remember Grandma as a very helpful individual. She helped a lot of people out, and I enjoyed the time at Mom and Dad's cabin. A very hard-working individual, and just a great grandmother. I enjoyed having her.
Hi everyone, I'm Teresa, and I went through Linda, my aunt, little Linda. I ended up, being one of these residents of the Front Road home, and I do remember there always being a lot of energy around that kitchen table, I think that I didn't really get too into the debating, but except sort of by example. I remember once Fran couldn't get a lid off, and she's so strong, and she couldn't get it off, and I think she asked you, and you were trying, and so I sort of my debate was sort of like, well, trying to give evidence as to the strength of women, and so when Greg handed it to me, it just came right off. I didn't have to say anything, I didn't debate that, it was just, there you go. I think you really did do all the work. But that was a pretty. I was in my early 20s, I ended up sharing that basement with a number of different people. This is not coming out right.
I'm getting stuck in my ear.
I don't think Fran rarely ever did come down. But I remember you had a boyfriend, I was in the little room, and you were there, and then you did go. I don't know if that's the boyfriend or not, but he was still there, and then it was just he and myself. And I couldn't stand him. I thought he was the most arrogant guy. And I was like, I don't know where everybody was, but you were gone, and it was just me and him, and we were planning a party, and he got me into paying for the booze, and he paid for the food, and me not knowing how much the booze would cost. But how I ended up getting there. You know, my parents, my my family just lived a few blocks away. But I was the oldest of four, and there was no room for me actually. And it was also, you know, a really hard time in my life where actually I was kind of separated from my family, and I did go over there. My dad and I were like this, and I would just kind of run and go to the room, you know, there to the friends home there, and it was a real blessing. So I just also wanted to add that it was really, really a powerful, meaningful for me when I was able to see Fran this last summer after a spell of not seeing her, and just the courage and the strength and the love and the kindness that was communicated to me, because I felt that I might not see her again, and there was no fear at all in her at all, and it was you know, I'll never forget it. So she was a wonderful woman, and thanks.
My name is Paul Hundal. Was Anne's boyfriend. Anne was my girlfriend for a few years back at that time. So, of course, I was really close to Linda and Anne. For many years after we broke up, we stayed close friends. And so I spent many a time at Linda's house, the house on Grove Road. I remember the house so well that I can still picture how to walk the kitchen and the living room in the front where we used to all sit around. I don't remember the basement too well.
It's a scary place.
I do remember the kitchen. And Fran, of course, you know, she was just such a wonderful person, because at that time in the 70s, you know, it was a period of time where you really didn't trust anyone over 30. We're all smoking pot out the back. And Fran was one of the few parents who really still connected with us. You know, because when I think of my other friends, we never, you know, we always got away from our friends' parents, you know. We never hung out with them. But Fran was one of the few parents from our generation who we hung out with in our own way, you know, going over to visit her. And I'll always remember the sparkle in her eye and the smile on her face. You know, every time I think of her, I just think of that. Really, no matter what she said, she always had that you know, small smile and that sparkle in her eye. And it was an honor to know her.